See this guy? Him?
Yep.
Him, right here. It's my brother.
I hope that's on camera.
With all my respect
For
the Saint Father.
Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Uncle Joe Caprio.
You're right, Ulysses. Today we do have a special guest. We have Billy V. Vegan. Look at this. Are you kidding?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, he and I know how to dress. Look at that. We're dressed for the occasion. Isn't that nice? Do you see your Facebook page, Joe, Billy?
I see some fat broad's bare ass in front of my picture.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Hi, Joe.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you already know my good friend, Mr. Joe Caprio, Uncle Joe Caprio. How you doing, Uncle Joe?
Excellent, Ulysses.
And Uncle Joe has a special guest. You see the gentleman there in the box below with the glasses. I'm going to let Joe introduce him because this is his buddy for 40 years or something like that. So, go ahead, Joe.
Well, Ulysses, you're right. We do have a very special guest. I'm reading my notepad here because I don't have a monitor.
Or a teleprompter.
Teleprompter or a brain.
Go ahead, Joe. Tell us the treat that we're into or about to receive today.
All right, Ulysses. Are you done yet?
I had to get my 15 seconds of fame there. That's all right. Go ahead, brother.
Today we have a very special podcast. We have a legend. He is an actor. He has his own program, Billy V Sports Cards Legends. He has interviewed some of the best athletes on the planet, friends of Hollywood A-listers and Hall of Famers. My friend for 40 years, Billy V.
Yeah, hey. All right, Billy V's in the house.
Hello, Uncle Joe. Ulysses, good evening.
Good to see you, my man. Good
Joe,
to
it's
see
a
you.
pleasure, buddy. Back in the saddle again. Just to let you know, Joe, I just want you to know and all your fans to know that not only do I appreciate as far as your support, but I love you as a friend, as a person, and for all that you ever done for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you.
There we go.
All right.
So Billy, I hear that you have, Joe's told me all these stories of all the people that you, just like you did in the introduction, people you've met, sports figures, Hollywood people, all kinds of stuff. So what we thought we would do is go through your Facebook page. And as we scroll through, I hear you have stories about these people. So yeah. This is what it's about, my man. This is what it's about. So even here, is there a story to tell here? And Jojo, get your cursor out of the way.
Well, this first picture up here, as far as was a very special night. This was the premiere of Vault, a movie that we did here in Rhode Island about the bonded vault robbery. The guy in the middle is William Forsythe, great renowned actor. The other guy is Sean Ringo. Sean Ringo is on Black Entertainment TV, Family Business. He was in Kevin Garnett's movie. He did Vault. Great people, great night. I was having some fun. What happened was Channel 10 was there. And they're like this, they were afraid to ask questions. I said, give me that microphone. I'll teach you how to interview somebody. I took the phone from Channel 10 and I conducted the interview with me and William Forsythe and Sean Ringo. So yeah, this was a very, very special night.
Now here, recognize the face there.
All right.
Yeah. That's a big pussy from Sopranos, right?
Absolutely.
Tell me.
All right. That's backstage. We're waiting to get called in. And Vault, I play a bagman with Vinnie Pastore, which was later changed over because he was complaining he didn't have enough alliance. But this was before that took place. So that's me, Vinnie Pastore, and the other guy is Armin Garrow. Armin Garrow played in The Departed. He played in as far as Vault. He played in, he was in not Leonardo DiCaprio, Martin Scorsese's show that was on HBO Vinyl. He's a very talented and accomplished actor. He was an ex-East Providence policeman, but I got to tell you, he's got great talent. So this was a great day, just hanging out, just having some laughs backstage, just waiting for our turn to be called. This here's a pretty interesting clip. If you ever get to watch that, that's me killing a guy in a movie called Irish Whisper. Yeah, I want to tell you a funny story. You know, when you're an actor, you got to get into the moment. And believe it or not, it took me as far as 2 days to get out of the moment. Because when I killed this guy, I started with a real gun, was 6 inches big, real gun, 22. And I look at him, and as far as at the same time, I tell him, listen, you're dealing on my streets. And I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you my bitch. And as I'm doing that, I'm getting very fresh with the gun, and I start to stick it down his throat. And I said a few other nasty things to him as well. And eventually I told him, you remember what your mother told you? Don't talk with your mouth full. And when I said that, I blew his brains out.
Oh.
And it took me 2 days as far as to get over that because they believed I killed the kid.
Oh, no.
So you talk about getting into the moment. Yeah, that's how deep you go.
All right, let's see what else we got. Let's scroll through. We saw some great.
Oh,
Look at this.
listen. This is a movie I did called Army of the Damned. As far as in this picture, this kid is Jimmy Persico. That's me in the middle, and that's Tony Todd. He played Candyman. I just came back 3 weeks ago. I went to see him, surprised him at a play he did in Pennsylvania. He never thought I would make it because of my illness. But I love this guy because he went to Trinity, and when we were working on the set, I did the whole second half of the movie with him, and he was giving me educational tips and things like that, acting tips, because he was also in Platoon. He played in 260 movies. He was in Star Trek. So, you know, where else you going to get lessons like that? You ain't going to get them.
Yeah.
So me and Tony Todd are very tight. We're very close. I love him. And at the same time, this happened to be while we were shooting that movie, Army of the Damned, which is great. I died 3 times in that film, if you ever get a chance to enjoy it. This was a great night.
Blow that up, JoJo.
This guy is one of the funniest bastards I ever met. This is Don Rickles.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
That's Vinnie Pastore. And this is Frank Stallone, Sylvester Stallone's brother. And that was in Don Rickles' room. And I made Don sign, you know, he used to have a saying, he used to go, hey, you hockey puck, you. Right. So I took a hockey puck. I made him sign a hockey puck for me. But Don was a class act. He was a great guy. Always wanted to make you laugh. Good person.
Who would think of that? Who would think of that, to get a hockey puck and have him sign it?
I know. That's awesome. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Don Rickles.
All right. Oh, are these football people?
Okay.
Oh, let me see. Who we got?
This was an event here I did in Florida with Jim McMahon. If you look in the middle, that's Louis Tiant from the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, wow.
And this guy on the outside, come on, you don't know who he is?
That's Lawrence Taylor, isn't it?
That's LT, baby.
Oh, my goodness. LT in the building. That's
LT,
awesome.
brother. You love us. Yeah, you kidding? He loved us.
Oh, of course we love LT.
So, yeah, this is at one of the golf events before we started to play.
All right. Very cool. Very cool.
Good guy, Billy.
Absolutely. He loved us. I mean, forget about it. He used to come everywhere with us.
Killing Khan. What's this about, Billy?
Yeah,
That's a
what is
movie
this about?
I play a Russian spy by the name of Ivan. And what's nice is I took second billing, if you look up at the top, as far as I play a Russian spy. And this was a great thing for me, you know, especially in my acting career. You know, put me on the banner, put me on as far as the poster. That was a beautiful time, you know what I mean?
That is beautiful.
Love it.
How many years ago was this, Billy?
That's about 7 years ago.
Okay.
Now here's a show I loved. I played the boss of all bosses. Played Don Nino Ponticello. Okay, this is a show called Fedoras.
Yeah.
All right. This was made as far as on the internet, but this should have went to TV if the guild played the cards right. But we had a great show. It was set in the 1920s, 1930s. And I was the boss of all the bosses. You know, the bootlegging going on, prostitution.
Oh, yes.
And, you know, you talk about how life has it, right? When I was a kid, at my mother's, I used to play with my grandfather's trench coat, his fedora, pair of leather gloves put on my hands. I used to stand in front of the mirror going, hey, yeah, how you doing? Like, making believe I was like the Godfather. Who would ever think, all those years later, when I was 16, here I am, this is roughly at 58 years old, 59 years old, that I would actually play a part in the movie of the Godfather.
That's very cool. That's
So
how
impossible
life is,
dreams
isn't it?
do come true.
Yeah, check it out. All right, let's see what else we got.
That's me in action. I'm in the pursuit of killing somebody there.
Killing somebody.
Yeah, it was lunchtime. I was starving to death. This is me and Jim McMahon at one of my events I had here, the Jim McMahon GSC Celebrity Invitational. And I never forgot that, but made an impression on me. Wow, here's a great picture. This, you know who this is? This is Charlie Hustle. This is Pete Rose. I'm gonna tell you what he did to me. You guys ready?
Yeah.
It's a rain delay. So I said, Pete, come on, let's do an interview while we're hanging around. We'll have some fun. So I go, he said, yeah, no problem, Pete, come on. So I sit down with him. I go, we're here with one of the all-time bass hit kings from the Cincinnati Rags, Pete Rose. He goes, this effing weather, it's all effing wet. This effing sucks, this effing this and effing that. He said effing 9 times. And all of a sudden, I look at him like to say, are you out of your mind? I'm doing a TV show. I can't hear this. He started laughing his ass off. He says, I got you. So we had to cut it and start it all over again. That's what he's laughing about. See his face? That sinister bastard he is.
I know, he's enjoying this.
So yeah, that was fun. What, buddy?
Is he a good guy?
Yeah. He belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Smokin Joe.
Oh my goodness, how did you meet Smokin Joe Frazier?
Let me tell you a story. I was at Johnny Bacari's house, who lives out here. He owned Coventry Building Record. So I got invited to go to his house with his nephew, Mikey Bacari. And he says, you ain't gonna believe this, but Joe Frazier's coming. I said, yeah, all right, Joe Frazier's coming to your house. Are you nuts or what? Right? Joe, all of a sudden, a limousine pulls up, and sure enough, out comes Joe Frazier. He takes off his jacket. He's jacked, Joe, jacked. He looks at us kids. He says, okay, guys, are you ready? Let's go for a run. We're running with Joe Frazier down the road, chasing, jogging with Joe Frazier. Never forget it. And he never forgot it. So what happened was, we got to, every time we saw each other, which I stayed in touch with him by telephone because I did a couple of things with him, but this was at a fight. This was, I think it was a Pazienza fight against Joy Jones. And every time Joe saw me, we had big love for each other. Now, there you go. This here is a unique and rare piece right here, guys. What makes this so rare, first of all, think about it. Just to get these 3 guys together, that's Dom DiMaggio, Johnny Pesky, and Bobby Dorr. 3 legends of the Boston Red Sox. I interviewed all 3 of these guys that same day. But what made this special is that I went back and I had it signed by everybody.
I see it.
Just for myself. So just to have something like that, not counting the interview, but just a beautiful piece of memorabilia, something like that meant more to me because I interviewed these guys and they're the legends that they are. As you know, I don't have to tell you, I'm sure you're well aware of, the Pesky pole is named after Johnny Pesky
Okay.
in Boston.
All right.
No, so yeah, that's
Did
me.
not know that, but I know now.
Yeah.
Troy Brown, Billy.
Very good, Joseph. Very good. Troy's working for me right here. I'm part of my sports marketing company. I would do celebrity events for the casinos. I bring in, they call me up and say, listen, we want to do a kickoff the NFL season event. Here's our budget, 100,000. What do you got in mind? And I'd come up with different guys. Like I brought up Troy Brown, Franco Harris, Jim McMahon, and Steve Brody. Once they said yes, I put the deal together, package it up, make them sign it and agree to it. And then as far as put the deal together, and that's how I made my money. And we do meet and greets at the casino.
Look at this guy, Lou Holtz.
Lou
Yeah, there's Lou
Holtz.
Holtz. One of my favorites. I was recruited by Notre Dame. Lou Holtz, great guy. Gentlemen, I can't say enough about him. That's on the golf course at Mohegan Sun. We were playing. And at the same time, I said, you know what? Coach, you know what I mean? You wouldn't have coached me. Dan Devine would have coached me. But I got to tell you, I appreciate what you did with Notre Dame. And, you know, it was just a great conversation that day, just to be able to interview Lou Holtz.
It's good to see that they're just regular people, huh?
Well, no. You're either on the inside looking out or the outside looking in. You're going to make it to the inside, then they're regular.
Cedric the Entertainer.
Absolutely. Ability to entertain. We've got Cedric Ability to entertain. What a great guy he is. This was at Jeffrey Osborne's tournament. I gave Jeffrey a big hand putting it together because he came here. He wasn't sure what to do. He held it at McCoy Stadium. And then he brought all these guys in, and I had a chance to chat and hang with them and talk with these guys. Cedric's a regular guy. And he's a good quality individual. He cares about people, doesn't turn anybody away. He remembers when he was nothing. So I give him a lot of credit. I'm happy what he's turned out to be as far as his career.
Another picture of him.
Yeah, I was thirsty that night.
Go back. Yeah, there you go. You two are having a good time, I see.
As you can see the glass, I was pretty thirsty that night.
Go ahead, keep going. Keep going, Jojo. I want to get some more big pictures.
All right, yeah, wait a minute. Just to show you, back up a minute.
Oh,
This is a cast list when I was on television on Tuesday nights on Body of Proof. All right, I used to be on every Tuesday night. I did 8 episodes with Dana Delaney, Jerry Ryan, Nikki Bishop, Wendell Meadowbrooks. Wendell ended up dying. Sonia Sohan did The Wire. But if you don't go down the list,
I see who's
guess
at
who
the
I am?
bottom.
Billy V.
Billy V. Nice.
Okay, so I was very proud of that. Now this was an event.
Let's see what we got.
This event was a night called Chillin' and Grillin'. McMahon and I, we came up with an idea to come up with barbecue sauce. And I named it Jimmy Mac's Chillin' and Grillin'. So we did an event here in Rhode Island. It was supposed to only be 140 people. It turned into over 500 people.
Wow.
Mental. And I had the celebrities come in. From your right, with the gentleman with the red shirt on, I don't know if you know who that is. That's John Ashton. He played Detective Taggart in Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay.
Right. I know exactly who he is.
Definitely. Next guy is Amangaru. He played in The Sopranos and The Departed. The next guy is over there is Caesar. He came in specially from Rome to come to this press conference. The guy with the football, holding the football, is Caesar. Then behind that Caesar is Jim McMahon, the 2-time Super Bowl champion. The guy next to him, he'll be at my event on the 9th. That's John Fiore. He played in The Sopranos. He played Gigi. He died on the toilet. And then the next guy there on the outside of him, that's Jeff Fiegels. The New York Giants won the World Championship that year in football, but Jeff came all the way out here to spend time with us. And then this other kid on the outside was Greg Cowett. He had a reality TV show. He went on, eventually killed himself.
Oh.
Sadly enough. But that was a great night, especially me coming in with all that garb on. I blew everybody's mind.
Caesar.
Hail Caesar.
Oh my goodness. Is that really Smoky Robinson?
That's him, baby.
Oh my goodness. Tell the story.
Yeah, Smokey, I got introduced to him from a friend of mine. And as far as, you know, Smokey took a liking to me because, you know, being an actor and him being a singer, like, he's a legend, man. Legend of Motown. I'm a Motown guy. Like, you know what I mean? I said, Smoke, listen to me. I can't tell you how many times I may have got close to people in life, but let me tell you, I can appreciate all the songs you ever sang and wrote. So he took a liking to me and we just became friends from that point on, and we just enjoyed the night together.
Oh,
This guy, I don't know if you remember him, Joe.
Bert Sugar, are you kidding?
Okay, so you know who he is.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, Barry Sugar was a mouthpiece for boxing for a long time. And, he made no bones about it. Very boisterous, as well as he knew boxing inside and out. And this is me doing an interview with the International Boxing Hall of Fame.
oh, I remember this day.
Now, this is our day, Joe. Right here, buddy.
Boom Boom Mancini, number
That's
one.
Boom Boom Mancini. Oh, I did not recognize him.
Yeah. Joe, you can tell this story.
No, I'd rather have you tell it.
Well, what we did, Joe and I got word that these are going to have the 10 world champions at Foxwoods. And the promoter gave me an opportunity to do interviews with each one of them. So Joe, I was just starting out in television. I reached out to him and told him what I had up my sleeve, and he says, let's go. So we went, not knowing what to expect. But me, I have cunions as big as bowling balls. As far as I had to go knock on doors, bedroom doors, ring bells, call people on the phone, bring them down into as far as the lobby area and say, listen, we're gonna do interviews. And sure enough,
He says to me, he says, Joe, these guys, he looked at his watch. He said, they're not showing up. He says, I'll be back. He went banging on their doors. He got them all out. Imagine Jake LaMotta.
Jake LaMotta, that was the best one because, see, you guys gotta understand, here's a little tip for you people listening that wanna do this business, is that not in the book that you read doesn't tell you that, like Jake LaMotta, him being Jake LaMotta just has an attitude that he feels he is it. So what I did is I used a little reverse psychology on him. I interviewed all the people before him, and just before we got done to be finished, he turned to me and said, as he seen me walk by and bringing the guy back to the lobby area, says, oh, kid, what about me? You know who I am? I'm the bull, Jake LaMotta, I'm the bull. Right? And I says, Jake, you know what? I'm glad you said that. You're next, right after this. So, as soon as I get done with the next interview, I bring Jake over, and I'll never forget it. He's sitting in the chair, we got him propped up, we got him ready, we got him mic'd up. And the first thing he says, listen, me and Rocky Graziano invented rock and roll. He says, first we hit you in the head with a rock, and then we rolled you. And then he started talking about his parents. He said, listen, my family, they were in the iron and steel business. My mother would iron and my father would steel.
Beautiful.
I hope you enjoyed our first installment of the Billy V. Vegan interviews. He's a fascinating man. Stay tuned for future episodes of Billy V coming soon. He talks about his experiences with friends he has known over the years. Such friends as Yogi Berra, Cal Ripken, Smokin Joe Frazier, John Havlicek, Lawrence Taylor, Jim McMahon, Lennox Lewis, James Gandolfini, and the entire crew of The Sopranos, Magic Johnson, Smoky Robinson, Christian Bale, Joe Theismann, Joe Namath, and many, many more. From Ulysses and I, take care, God bless, and see you soon. That's it, Ulysses. Was that good?